Hello there, and this next one in the Winter Wonderland series is called Nothing Is As It Seems, and I'm going to suggest to you that this is really the fundamental axiom, which is core belief or core system of words which describes what shamanic practice is, because literally nothing is as it seems. And I've got the best example right now, because it seems like there's no life out here really. It just seems dead, cold, and there's nothing going on. Actually, nothing could be further from the truth, because all these plants, although the leaves have fallen off the majority of them, although they appear to be quite dead, they're actually very much alive. And here's the other thing: we look at the trees and we can see the branches, and that appears to be all there is to the tree, yet nothing as it seems, because there is a whole network of roots which spread deep into the earth, which we don't see, but still there. If the tree's 10 metres tall, the roots are going to go 10 metres into the earth. So nothing is as it seems when it comes to a tree. It's double the size it appears to be, in fact. So once you start on this track of nothing as it seems, it's amazing how far you can go with it. So for example, it seems to me like I'm a human being holding this iPad, taking a film, and I perceive the world through my eyes and my senses, and it's as if there's a little me sitting in my head, behind my eyes, perceiving the world. That's how it seems. It isn't the case at all. Actually, I'm vastly complicated and much more significant than that. In fact, it seems that I exist only in this three-dimensional reality on this planet. That's also not true. The reality is very different. In fact, I have many existences in many different realities and dimensions, and this is something that I know through my shamanic practice. And it seems like there's just me, and I'm all on my own, and I'm separated from everything. And that's not true. Nothing is as it seems there. I'm actually connected to everything. I'm completely connected to the earth and all of creation, and all it is at all times. There are times it feels to me like I'm lonely, but nothing is as it seems. I'm never alone. In the case of a shaman, I'm working with a whole host of guides and helpers, but I'm never alone. Another one of these nothing is as it seems to do with, well, the past is all dead and buried, and I can't do anything about that now, and the future's unknowable. Well, as soon as you get into shamanic practice, you discover that none of that's as it seems at all. And in fact, we learn as shamans we can and we do change the past. It's actually routine for us to do so, changing the past. Normally, everyday shamanic practices do that. And we can certainly journey to the future as well, and come up with fascinating insights and information too. So another thing is about my body. It seems like my body is just like this thing that I inhabit. It might even seem like I am my body, but actually my body is made of hundreds of billions of cells, and that number is so huge and so vast I can't really comprehend it. Hundreds of billions of cells, all working in intelligent cooperation with each other to enable me to have a physical existence. I mean, that's extraordinary when you think about it. Hundreds of billions of cells. And even more so, I am actually having a relationship with microbes. I have microbes on my skin, on my hair, in my mouth, in my body, in my gut, in all my cells. These hundreds of billions of cells are having an intimate relationship with so many microbes, so many microscopic creatures, that it's hard to even get your head around it. And so I've been given a figure. If you imagine a 5-litre water container, imagine that half full. All the microbes in your body would actually take up that much space. Yeah, that's right. Now when you consider how small a microbe is, and if you imagine like the head of a pin, that's going to be millions of bacteria sit on the head of a pin. Okay, but we're talking about 2.5 litres container full of microbes. So the number of microbes that actually we're having a relationship with is so vast you can't even begin to conceive of it. And this is called the microbiome. So there's so much more than what we appear to be. And here's another one I want to give you. Very, very important to consider. I don't just have one perception of anything, do I, when I think about it in truth? I'm actually a community of different impulses, desires, perceptions, feelings and thoughts. So I'm not actually one person at all. I'm really a whole community. And here's one of the really big ones. I don't just exist here and now in this moment. I exist in all the other moments too. This really is a big one to get your consciousness around, that's right. I exist in an infinite number of moments in space and in time. I exist in this lifetime, I exist in other lifetimes and future lifetimes. And as well as all that, I exist in other dimensions, all concurrently. It's so vast to grasp this concept. This is how shamanic practice is possible. This is how shamans can heal. We have access to all realms as shamans. So whatever trauma you experienced in the past can be resolved, can be healed, can be transformed. It is possible. This does happen. And there's a great guy called Grant Morrison who's up on stage, and you'll see him on YouTube. You put Grant Morrison in, he's had a drink, he's a bit drunk, and he makes no apologies for it, and he talks about this in this fascinating way. And the idea is, you can imagine that here I am walking down this path, but also I'm one step behind and one step behind and one step behind and one step ahead, one step ahead, one step ahead. It's as if there's this gigantic serpentine thing, like a serpent or a worm, and the bit that you can actually see holding the iPad is just a tiny little fragment. But it's like, in the bigger picture, there's this whole serpent that extends to the house and out of the house to something else and extends into an aeroplane so months time or so many months in the past. Basically, when you start to break it down, it becomes absolutely fascinating. We are so much more than we appear to be on the surface. And in fact, really, I'm this massive web of interconnections through space, through time, through dimensions. I'm so vast and so complex, I can't even conceive of myself. Even attempting to utter these words kind of fail me. It's too much for me to grasp, but I do know this. Isn't it amazing? So this is the ultimate nothing, as it seems. We are so amazing, and we exist in all moments in space and in time and in different dimensions. We are truly remarkable, and we are always expressions of the force of love. Even when we're experiencing anger or hatred, that's just love turning on itself. So you see, this is why it's our shamanic axiom: nothing is as it seems.